I'm here with Adrienne, and actually my daughter's off camera, but she's doing some tween yoga today. I'm so excited to have her here because when you do yoga, you feel good. But we're going to do like a 20-minute segment for you of vinyasa with some slow flow, a little bit of core work to keep ourselves strong so we can keep moving through our powerhouse throughout the week. So just a little bit of that. And as always, do what feels just right for you. And Adrienne's gonna be doing some different modifications at different levels. So, all right, so we'll get started. All right, so we're gonna start in child's pose. In child's pose. And the theme, or the beautiful theme, and no matter when you're viewing this, we're in the month of February right now, is that of self-love. I'm working at that place of love. So go ahead, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Could be a releasing breath. And again, deep breath in and a deep breath out. And one more like that, in through the nostrils and then out of the mouth. And we'll start to arrive in Ujjayi breath, the inhale through the nostrils, past the throat, inflate the lungs. And then the exhale out of the lungs, past the throat and out of the nostrils. And this could be a 4-count breath, it could be a 6-count, or even up. It's slowing down those inhales and exhales to really fill up the lungs to the fullness of the capacity. And then noticing that soft hug to the self when the ribs hug in, when the navel goes towards the spine and the tailbone lengthens. You are the one you are waiting for. Love begins with you. There is no one who can make you more whole than you already are. Even in your perceived brokenness, you cannot expect others to be perfect. And you cannot expect yourself to be perfect either. If the love of another is what you seek, it's near impossible to ask someone else to give you what you are unable to give yourself first. You are the one you've been waiting for. The love you hope for begins with you. It always has. And just asking yourself, how do you love yourself? And how might you even love yourself a little bit better? In your next inhale, come up to your tabletop position. On your hands and your knees, your wrists and shoulders line up, the knees underneath the hips. Good, good. I'm going to inhale and lift and lengthen through the crown of the head, the tailbone. And then on your exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. So good, and continue with that. And as you continue at your pace with your breath, notice your foundation in your hands as you press down through your index finger mound to your thumb mound, your pinky finger mound to the outer heel of your pinky finger. Press down through every single finger and even into the fingerprints of your hands. And there's this little lift, it's called like a bandha lift, right at the middle part of your palm. And that helps to alleviate some of that wrist tenderness, right? So as you share the weight in both hands with the strength of your core and also in your legs. And from here, you find a neutral spine, neither rounding nor lifting. Bring your knees about 2 inches or so away from the heel of your hand, so back in space, almost like a knee down plank, right? Go ahead and tuck your toes under and wake up your feet a little more. On your next inhale, get really tall from your armpit area to your waistline. And then on your exhale, draw the shoulder blades even more firmly together and onto your back. So you feel like your shoulders engage into the socket of the arm. Keep that, and then lift your seat up and back, down dog. Big inverted V. Inhale, micro bend your right knee. And then exhale to switch, still housing the head of the arm bones into the socket of the arms, right? Still hugging close to the self. And the more that you hug into yourself, the more that you feel your right arm and left arm hug in, and the left leg and right leg hug into the midline of the body, the more that you can expand out and you can get longer from fingertip to sit bones to heel of feet. And tiptoe your feet up to your hands and take a forward fold at the top of your mat. Feet can be 2 fist distance apart or slightly wider, and knees can be very bent here, right? So still warming up, right? You can stay right here. You can bring your hands to your blocks if you have those at home. Bring your pinky fingers into your elbow creases, also an option. Stay here, just gently sway right and left for a few breaths as you wake up your spine. You can even shake out your head a little bit and just dump out a few thoughts. And the thoughts could be that you have, right? It could be like a limiting belief that's holding you back from your pure self-love that's within you. It's always within your core. You just kind of have to peel away so you can find it. And just like in your hands, you have 4 corners in your feet, your big toe mound, your inner heel, your pinky toe mound, your outer heel. Lift up the main arch of your feet very slowly with the arms down towards the earth or on the top of the thighs. Slowly come all the way up. Take your time to get there up to stand. Inhale, sweep the arms up, big stretch on your next inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Good, good. We'll take a deep breath and get really tall through your torso. Exhale, arms down by the side. Inhale, sweep up, big stretch. No worries if you lift up. Before exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, look forward. Exhale to fold. Step your left foot way back. You can use your blocks here for your hands. Yeah, and then lower your back knee down. Good, good. So as you come up, you can come up to tippy top of the fingertips or hands to blocks. So inhale, the knee will go forward. On the exhale, shift back in space. Inhale, the knee goes forward. And then exhale, shift back. Just a few more like that. Yeah, so instead of walking your hands, you can even bring the blocks right there. And then it's just the leg that's moving. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. You got it. So good. I know, I like the use of water bottles too, right? Because we might have those at home if we don't have blocks. Good, good. And the next time you're forward in space, going to stay forward. Hands can come to the top of the thighs. If it doesn't feel good to have your knee down, you can double up your mat. And inhale and sweep the arms up. Big stretch here. Anjaneyasana. A full breath in. Big breath out. Hands come down. Step your front foot back in space. Down dog, big inverted V. It's a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower your knees to your mat. Inhale, crown of head, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round through the spine. It's a quick child's pose or like a puppy stretch as the hips go back, the arms stay forward. Inhale to your tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. On your next inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Hands to shins or fingertips to floor. Exhale, fold. Press through your feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Big stretch here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause for a moment here. Get really tall on your next inhale. Exhale, arms down by the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Big stretch. Reach up. Reach tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Good. Opposite foot goes back this time. So this should be your right. And if it's not, if you did opposite last time, it is no worries at all. Hands to your blocks or use your tools. You can double up your mat or even fold your mat over as you lower your knee down. On your inhale, your knee, your front knee, will go forward in space. And on your exhale, shift back in space. As best as you can, you'll bring those blocks up. I'm going to come out of this, but you guys go ahead and stay with your flow and stay with your breath. As best as you can, bring those blocks up to you. Yeah, nice. And the core is super strong. The core is so strong. The navel towards the spine. The tailbone lengthens just enough as you stay powerful in your powerhouse. We're working a lot with the foundation of the feet today, with that Muladhara chakra. The color's red. This is when all our fundamental needs are met, like food, shelter, clothing. And then we move up from there. That's the Swadhisthana. That's the sweetness of where we want to feel pleasure, that like primordial self-love. So good. The next time you bend into your left knee, whenever that is, and no hurries here, hands find the top of the front thigh perhaps, and that could be enough, right? You could stay right there. The back toes can be tucked, or untuck the toes and spread your toes down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach up. And it's just a full breath in. Beautiful breath out. Good. And hands come down and frame the front foot. Lift the back knee. Down dog, big inverted V. It's a full breath in. Or child's pose too. Full breath out. Let's do that 2 more times. 2 more breath cycles in your down dog or child's pose, pose of a child. On your next inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, lower the knees down. Inhale, crown of head, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round through your spine for puppy stretch. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Tiptoe your feet up to your hands. Come all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Big stretch here. Hands to heart center and pause for a moment. Stay here with hands at heart center. Remind yourself of something you really love about yourself. Stay with the flow of your breath. Eyes can be open or closed. What do you really love just about you? It doesn't involve anyone else. Just about you. You can open your eyes or shift your gaze from the floor to a higher up, and then arms down by the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up, big stretch here, reach up. Exhale, fold forward and empty. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen to prepare. Exhale to fold. Left foot steps back. Good. I'm going to square all of your toes towards the left side of the room. Inhale, come up. Warrior 2. Hips and heart will face towards the side of the room. Yeah, you got it. Reach the arms out from the shoulders, palms face down towards the floor. Big bend into your right leg as straight as you can with the left leg. Right? If you have something going on, there could be a bend in that back knee. Nice, Adrienne. Peaceful warrior, flip the right palm, reach up, reach back. Left hand can lightly touch your back leg or perhaps the left arm behind your back. You got it, Rosalie. Nice. So good. Good. And then from here, your left hand will catch your right wrist, straighten your front leg for side archer. Reach towards where the ceiling and the wall meets behind you for your side archer. That's it. So good. Enjoy one more big full breath in, full breath out. Reach the arms out from the shoulders with both legs straight, Trikonasana, triangle pose as the right hand comes down. The left arm goes high. You can use a yoga block or hover. Perhaps for some of us, the fingertips might touch the floor. All of those options are just right? So finding what works for you is always what we do. So beautiful. Yeah, lots of length through the crown of the head. The ribs hug in just enough as the core is still engaged. The tailbone lengthens just enough. The right inner thigh up towards the ceiling, the sky. The left inner thigh more down towards the floor. Good. If it feels just right, we're going to bend into your right knee to bring you up to stand. Good, nice job. Good, and then straighten your front leg. Dial all of your toes towards the left side of the room or towards the side that you're already facing with the hips and the heart. And square the pinky toe edge of your feet parallel with the front and the back of the mat. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands down to your block or to the floor or to 2 blocks if you need it. Yeah. And you can stay right here and enjoy just this forward fold with the legs straight or the knees bent, or rotate your toes out slightly and then find a little sway if it feels good, almost like I call this like a sumo sway or a sumo lunge, where you just go from side to side, lubricating the joints, lubricating the hips. You might hear sometimes like a little popping noise will happen in the hips, allowing the synovial fluid to move. So good. It's like the tin man getting his getting oiled, right? And then from here, if your feet are really expansive and wide, just toe heel those feet in a little bit. Hands catch the top of the thighs, bend into your knees, and slowly make your way up to stand. So good. So bring your right foot to face forward, and then step to the top of your mat. I'm just gonna grab that. You got it, okay, grab the block for you. Step to the top of your mat. Exhale, arms down by the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up, big stretch, root down, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. And this time as you're here in this strong mountain with the hands in Anahata right before the heart, just remind yourself of that beautiful thing that you love so much about yourself, and have gratitude for holding that space for you. Have gratitude for that love, for having that time to cultivate self-love. And again, eyes can be open or closed, or you can gaze at the spot on the floor. And on your next exhale, bring the arms down by the side. So good. Inhale, sweep the arms up, big stretch, root down, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, touch the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold. The opposite foot goes back. This should be the right foot. If not, no worries. We'll find your warrior two variation on the other side or opposite side as the right toes face towards the long edge of your mat. Inhale, on up, Virabhadrasana to warrior two. Deep lunge into your left leg or opposite leg. Yeah. And reach the arms out from the shoulders so you really take up some space here on your mat. Looks so good. Beautiful. Yeah. And these strong, Virabhadra was a warrior. And these strong warrior shapes, like they help us to we take these shapes, we take up some space on our mat, and it helps us cultivate and shift and change and create more confidence as we take more space, right? More space in our body, more space on our mat, more space in our lives to shine brightly. Inhale, flip the left palm, peaceful warrior. Reach the arm up and back. Right hand can either graze your right thigh with the bend of the elbow, right arm behind the back. Good. You're going to still lunge into your front leg for just a few more breaths, but you got the right idea. Yeah, nice. So good. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm going to keep that length going through the side body. Right hand catches the front wrist as you straighten both legs for side archer. Reach the fingertips and the arms kind of where the ceiling and the wall meets. I'm going to touch a plant here at Adaptive Healing because there's plants on this side of the room. Yeah. As if you're squeezing one of those beautiful Pilates ball between your shins and your calf muscles. You hug in just enough. You drive the energy from the earth through the arch of your feet and up to the pelvis. And then from the pelvis, you press back down into the earth. And like a springboard, up and out through the fingertips, through the hands. Reach the arms out from the shoulders. Trikonasana, triangle pose. So if it feels just right to reach a little farther forward before you dip down, you can do that, of course. But you might already be there with your side archer. Everyone's body is different. So every time you're in a pose, it's a little bit different for everyone. It might be a block under the hand or fingertips like little tripods. Yeah, you got it, hon. And then you're going to straighten it straight. Yeah, you can straighten. Nice. Deep breath in. Nice, Adrian. Deep breath out. Even though you're holding a shape, there's this vibration of movement of love, right? Inner vibration of love frequency. And next, inhale, bend into your front knee or come all the way up as you hug that Pilates ball between your legs. Imaginary, of course. Hands catch the waist. We're going to dial the toes in. If you have a prop near you and you need to get rid of it or get it out of the way, you may do that. I'm going to show you, if you're at home and you might not have a yoga strap, but if you do, that's great. What I use sometimes is I just use like a sweatshirt, right? Or any type of shirt I have. But if you can mesh the hands together, go for it. If you're like me and you have short-ish arms, you can grab a sweatshirt or a jump rope or a long sock. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, fold forward, rinsing out your shoulders, either with the hands meshed or with a towel or anything that you can find on hand there. Rolling out the shoulders. And when we get really explosive and you can bend into your knees too. And that's everyone at home. You can bend into your knees, yeah, to fold. There you go. I know. You got it. Yeah. And the more expansive we get, the more we have to hug into to ourselves, right? The more the inner thighs turn on, the more the pelvic floor lifts in and up to protect the low back, to protect the hamstrings. We have to use our front plane strength to allow ourselves to become more expansive and expressive in the back of the body. Bend into your knees. Inhale, come halfway up, and then exhale, come all the way up. You got it. You can do a little baby back bend here as you lift the heart, and then find yourself back at that neutral space. If you still have your hands meshed, you're going to bring them out by the side. Left toes face forward to the front of your mat, and then step to the top. Hands to the heart center. All right, so just like you have those four corners in your hands, we'll find the four corners in your left foot and your left big toe mound to the inner heel, the pinky toe mound to the outer heel, and that helps to lift up your arch. Shift your weight into your left foot. Vrikshasana, tree pose. I'm actually going to walk out of the way for you guys because I know I'm like right in front of you. This foot comes above the knee, right, or below the knee, or kickstand is where I am some days, right? If I attempt to have caffeine, I'm in kickstand. Hands to heart center, reach the arms up. Just like trees, just like limbs of a tree, and know that the trees do sometimes sway in the wind. A strong root with the firm and the tone of the left leg, so strong. The roots of your left foot into the earth. Hands to heart center, lower your right foot down. And then take the time here, just as you did on that first side, to trace the big toe mound of the right foot, the inner heel of the right foot, the pinky toe mound of the outside there, and then the outer edge of that heel on that pinky side. Lift up through the main arch of your right foot. Tone the muscles, skin to muscle, muscle to bone on your right leg, so strong, so steady. Other side, Vrikshasana, tree pose, and it's a-okay if you're already in it. Sole of your left foot to the inner thigh or below your knee, right, to your calf or to kickstand. Hands to heart center, reach the arms up. And I'll tell you a little story of why we don't want to keep putting our foot on the side of our knee, is because that could, our knee joint moves front and back, right? So I'm going to kind of, I might be in the camera. So that's why we wouldn't want to put pressure on the side of the knee in that way. That's one of the like biggest injuries in stop and start sports, I call it, right? So anything like football or lacrosse that are kind of fast, we want to make sure that our knee, that we don't put pressure on the side of the knee as well. Yeah, so above or below for tree pose. If you're at home, and if you're ever at home, we can't see you at home. So that is your one main alignment takeaway from tree pose. Hands to heart center, release the foot down, exhale, arms down by the side. So good. And then shake it out a little bit. We're gonna bring it down to the floor. For some of us, our squat pose, our malasana might be with blocks. It might be all the way with our fanny kind of hovering. But one way to do this, if you have a chair, lots of chair yoga online if you're looking for that, but you can sit on a chair and do a variation or two blocks. Or I do it like a sumo. I call this a sumo squat, where I'm kind of in between, right? So any of those variations, just a few breaths here. We won't be here that long. Yeah, nice use of the props. You can bring your feet wider too, right? There you go, nice. And any way you get there, we're gonna come all the way down to a seat. So take your time to get there. Nice, like you're using your prop there. Fantastic. Once you're on a seat, sunbather's pose. Yeah, exactly what Adrian's doing there. So we're gonna bring your arms behind you, bring your feet to the floor, and then windshield wiper the legs. Such a good stretch for the IT band, to loosen up the hips. Giving you a few options today for hips, for some more additional hips. So for some of us, we're actually going to show you the first one first. You're going to lower onto your back for your single pigeon on your back. So to do that, the knees are bent. You cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And that could be enough, right? That could be like, if you're really feeling it here, you can stay here. If not, thread your arms through the figure four. That would be your right hand. And then with your left hand on the outside, you can hug your left hamstring. Yeah, to hug the legs in. Now, if doing that pops your shoulders up and your head up and puts a lot of strain on your neck and your shoulders, I would always recommend, Adrienne's going to use a block here, but I always recommend coming down a level because you want your back to be on the earth. Yeah. And then as Rosalie knows, I don't think she's in the frame, but we did pigeon last week. If you'd like to do single pigeon, if you're like, I'm not really feeling this here, single pigeon, similar benefits as the reclining pigeon, both a little bit more gravity. The right knee will go right behind, from down dog, right behind the right wrist. The left leg goes back behind you. And you could tuck a yoga block or a blanket underneath your right hip if you need it for your forehead. The arms come out in front. You can be on your forearms or stretch the arms out in front. But be where you need to be. If being more grounded on your back feels just right, yeah, you got it. You got it. Thumbs up, yeah. Yeah, so Adrienne has a block underneath her head, which makes it more restorative for her. Did you want a blanket or you good? She's so good. She's in the zen, yeah. Nice, and just a few breaths here on this side. We store stuff, we store like old emotions or even like old situations in our shoulders and our hips. And for some of us along the jawline as well. So just allowing the jawline, the shoulders, the hips to soften, to let go. All right, if you're on your back, you can stay on your back. I'm gonna start to think about switching to that opposite side. Just for timing, we'll just go right to the other side. We'll do a counter when we're all done. So it'll be the left ankle right over the right leg. Good. And you can hug the legs in. Right, the left arm would thread this time between that figure four. Just gonna bring it through here. Yeah. You guys got it, nice. Mm-hmm. Or you would do the single pigeon as you hide your left knee behind your left wrist. Your front shin does not have to be parallel with the front of your mat, and for most of us, it never will be. Right leg goes back in space. Using props or no, as you fold forward, and you can fold all the way forward if your body allows. If that feels crunchy in your joints at all, you know that you have the variation that Adrienne's doing. You have that to do as well. Right? And just work the breath. Allow the breath to enter your body. Fill up as much as you can. And notice that hug of the rib cage in as you exhale all the breath out of the lungs, past the throat, out of the nostrils. And then you begin again. You have a few more breaths here on this side. And then once you're all done, I'm gonna bring your feet down. Yeah, you can pull them in. Yeah, you can, if you have a block under your head, you might want to bring it out. Yeah, the feet go wide, and just as you did, as we did in that sunbather, and they're seated, or bring the feet as wide as your mat with the knees bent, and take a moment here to windshield wiper the legs. The eyes can be open or closed. You could stay right here if you'd like. Happy baby pose, and happy baby, the knees go wide. Reach for the legs, the ankles. If you could reach for the feet, either the pinky toe edge or the inner arch of the foot. Could sway right and left or even straighten one. Big toes is fine as well. Whatever you want to hold on to here. Could sway right and left a little. And once you've wiggled all of that out, pull the right knee in towards your chest. Bring your left leg long on your mat. Right arm goes out to the side. Twist with your right knee over to the left. Gaze over your right shoulder. And eyes open or closed. And just as you began class, we'll do a few releasing breaths here. Take a deep breath in. And then open the mouth and a deep breath in. And let it go. And one more. Slowly return to your back and your right leg long. And take a moment here with your right leg long just to notice the difference between the sides. Pull the left knee in, left arm out to the side, and then twist it out. Left knee over to the right, catch the gaze of the nose over the left shoulder. Enjoy a full breath in. Releasing breath out. Full breath in. Let it go. And one more, creating spaciousness in the body. As you sigh it out, let go of anything that you're working on this week that you'd like to recycle to give back to the earth. Slowly return to your back. Bring the left leg out to the corner of your mat, your right leg out. Bring the arms out by the side. So any shape that is restorative for you, for your Shavasana, your relaxation pose. Right? Anything that's going to support you in the highest. And it could be arms by the side. It could be a hand to the heart, a hand to the belly for a moment here. As you just find gratitude for going in to find the answers that you need, right? This that I'm reading from is A Year of Positive Thinking by Cindy Spiegel. I sometimes read my own poem, so I just want to give the person credit. Love begins with you. There is no one who can make you more whole than you already are. Even in your perceived brokenness, you cannot expect others to be perfect, and you cannot expect yourself to be perfect either. If the love of another is what you seek, it's near impossible to ask someone else to give you what you're unable to give yourself first. You are the one you've been waiting for. The love you hope for begins with you. It always has. And just take a moment here to deepen your awareness of your breath, noticing the breath at the tip of the nostrils. You're invited to find movements in your fingers and in your toes. Bend at the knees once more. Bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Roll to your favorite side to a fetal position, as long as you have space to allow you. Take a moment here in this shape to find gratitude for showing up today in your body, on your mat, and in your life. And slowly make your way up to a comfortable seat. Bring the hands together before the heart. Namaste it's a greeting. It's also a goodbye. And it means that the light in me honors and respects that same divine spark and light in you. Namaste. Namaste.